What's going on, guys? Today I'm taking a look at Far Cry 4 on the Xbox One. It's also available for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC. I have not played the older generation console version, so I can't speak for that. This will only be for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. So Ubisoft's had a lot of problems this year. Watch Dogs was kind of a letdown. Assassin's Creed Unity is a technical mess. So a lot of people were wondering, is Far Cry 4 going to actually turn out okay? Because you never really know now, I guess. And the answer is yes. The game is a lot of fun, it looks beautiful, and it is addicting to play. I mean, right here, here's me on a hang glider. Just look at the surroundings. It looks breathtaking. The draw distance is great. Sometimes there's pop in, but for the most part, it just looks beautiful. The gameplay is very, very similar to Far Cry 3. So if you liked Far Cry 3, this is definitely a game you're going to love. You're still going around and opening beacon towers to show the map and liberating outposts to have fast travel points, as well as drive around, hunt animals for equipment upgrades and all that. So it's very similar. The story isn't quite as good. I liked Voss in Far Cry 3 a little more than Pagan Min in Far Cry 4, just because he's not really in the game. He'll come over the radio and taunt you a few times, but you only see him like 2 or 3 times, so that was a little bit disappointing. The story missions, some of them have branching paths almost, where you're with this faction and there's 2 kind of leaders and they both have different ideals and what they want to accomplish. And so there's a mission where you can either go burn a drug field and destroy it, or you can go just kill all the guys on it, save it, and then your rebellion will have drugs to sell to make money after. So it's really a choice of how do you want to be as a leader. I've only done one path of the storylines. I didn't ever go back and redo the next one. As far as I can tell, the biggest difference is just one leader will start to get kind of pissed at you and another one will respect you more. So real quick, I'm going to jump into a cutscene just to show you what that looks like. This is after that mission I was just describing, so you're going to see what this character who I kind of went against is saying now.
What were you thinking, Ajay? Winners don't do drugs, really? Is that it? Those fields you burnt, they weren't just drugs. They were books, they were medicine. Oh, damn it, we could have built a proper clinic. But no, Sabal says drugs are bad and you torch our fucking future!
I don't think you understand.
I'm sorry. Did I speak out of turn? Should I walk 10 feet behind you with my head bowed? You
Really?
didn't see Kirat before the war. I was 6 years old when my parents told me I had to marry. 6! That's the world Sabal is pining for.
Just saying.
Look, Sabal is not everything he pretends to be. If he was so concerned about his tradition, why didn't he ask you to protect the statues of Kira?
What?
The Kira statues. Paul's trying to destroy them as part of his campaign to turn the people against the Golden Path. Right now, it's the last thing we need.
So that was a little cutscene. Right now I'm going to show me taking over this outpost undetected and the cool things you can do with this. It's pretty much like Far Cry 3, like I said. You go, you scope it out, mark enemies, figure out how you want to attack. That guy right there is actually this new guy called a hunter, and they shoot arrows at you, so they don't show up on the radar, which is really annoying. And the arrows do a lot of damage, but they can also take control of animals and send them to attack you. So this is actually pretty easy once you get a silent sniper rifle, because you can start to take guys out slowly, but if you can find a locked up tiger or elephant in the compound, if you just free it, it will go clean house for you. So I'm gonna let that thing go to work and hope they don't notice me up here. There it is, just eating guys. If you didn't play Far Cry 3, the point of clearing these outposts, it works as a fast travel point. It unlocks some side missions, where there's a ton of variety in this game. And it unlocks a shop for you as well, so you can sell items you picked up, buy new guns, attachments, and once you hit like a certain number of outposts you've liberated, it opens up new weapons for you in the shops that are free. So that's why you do that. So the map in this game is huge, so you need a lot of ways to get around, and all of the vehicles control great. This little helicopter right here is my new favorite thing. It's incredibly easy to fly. If you have a grenade launcher, you can shoot down at enemies, or a pistol if you think you're accurate enough. All the vehicles steer really well. You just have to get used to it, because, you know, every game controls differently, but yeah, I love all the vehicles. One thing I wish they would have had is a way to call a vehicle to your location if you are kind of in no man's land near a road and you're not seeing any vehicles and you have to run 800 meters in a direction. That can just be a little time consuming, but no big deal. You can always just fast travel somewhere and pick up a vehicle. I just like to avoid the load screen. Gunplay in the game is pretty much the same as Far Cry 3. A lot of the weapons look the same too. I think they may have reused some of them. But, I mean, you can customize guns with attachments, camos, all that good stuff. And kind of just find an arsenal you like. Eventually you can carry up to 3 primary weapons and a sidearm. Like I said, you have to get animal skin to get upgrades. You're going to want to get the ones that carry more ammo, more syringes, and more guns as soon as you can. It will make your life much easier. Like Far Cry 3, there are a ton of side things to do in this game. And back to Assassin's Creed Unity quick, that game had a lot of extra stuff in it, but most of it was just grindy, not fun side missions or collectibles. This game did a really good job because there's so many different side missions and they're all fun to play and benefit you. There's assassination missions where you have to go kill commanders in a certain way. There's hunting missions where you have to go hunt certain animals. There's driving missions like races and supply runs where you're going to gather supplies and get them back to the base as fast as you can. You can hijack convoys and bring them back to your base. There's also random karma objectives that'll pop up, like there will be some rebels that are under attack from Pagan Min's forces that you have to free, or there will be a hostage nearby that you want to go save. You have a karma level, and it adds to that, which unlocks more weapons, discounts at the shops. And you also have a character level, which goes into 2 different skill trees. These let you reload faster, take more damage, have more life, carry more syringes, or syringes heal more life bars. Also makes it so you can ride an elephant, which is insanely fun. And if all that wasn't good enough, you can also play this game in co-op. Now, you can't do story missions in co-op, but you can invite your friend into this world. You can go take over outposts, do the karma missions, do any side missions. And unfortunately, it only counts for you when you free an outpost. It doesn't count for your friend that joined. They still get the experience of everything. But when they go back to their game, they'll still have to free that outpost. But co-op's definitely a lot of fun. It's great to drive around with your friends, fool around, and just see what happens in this giant map you have to explore. And finally, there is a competitive multiplayer mode. It's okay. I tried a few rounds of it. There's 4 different game modes. There's one that's kind of like King of the Hill or Rush in Battlefield, where the enemy is just trying to take over your base. There's one where you're just going to try and retrieve some masks and destroy them and bring them back to your base from the enemy team. There's one where you have to go shut down some radio broadcasts. So, it's okay. It's only 5v5 and the maps are a little big for that. So there's a lot of dead time in there. There are vehicles and animals in the map, so I mean you can explore and have fun in it. But it was just a little too slow paced and just didn't really feel right. There's also a leveling system and you can unlock gear and weapons and abilities. But I wasn't too hooked on it, and I would much rather just spend my time here in the single player or co-op. But overall, Far Cry 4 is a lot of fun. It's not a letdown. It's giving you everything it promised. The biggest downside to it is the story is a little lackluster and disappointing. But it doesn't really matter because you're just in this world. You can kind of make up your own story. I swear I'm gonna find Molaram and the Temple of Doom at some point. I keep holding out hope for that, but probably won't happen. But yeah, this game's definitely worth your $60. One of the better games that have come out this holiday season, and a must-buy for next-gen console owners. And that's all my thoughts on Far Cry 4. So what do you guys think of it? Have you played it? Do you plan on picking it up? Is it on the Christmas list? Let me know in the comments below. Please like, subscribe, and check out the link to my Twitch channel in the description to see me play gameplay live and interact with me. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Have a great day.